everybody, it is Jen here from Eden Valley Crochet, and today I'm going to be walking you through a dot stitch tutorial. And this stitch is really pretty. I used it on my recent scarf pattern, the Bletchley Scarf, and what I love about it is that the dots that it creates are just really pretty and delicate. And if some of you might know how to do the crochet bobble stitch, like the traditional one, and I find that they're a bit bigger, they're a little bit more chunky, which is great for some projects, but when you want something a little bit more delicate, like this scarf with the lace eyelets in here, I think it just works really, really well. So if you want to see how to create the dot stitch here, then keep watching and I will show you. Okay, let's jump right in with our dot stitch. And in this pattern for the Bletchley Scarf where I've used the dot stitch, you need to do 5 yarn over slip stitches before you get to the dot stitch. So I've set us up to do that in the swatch that I'm going to be working on for this tutorial. And to make our dot stitch, if you are a knitter or if you've done any knitting in the past, you might recognize this as what's called casting on, and it's a really similar process. So what we want to do, we want to end up with a total of 6 loops on our hook on this side. And we're going to do that by making a loop with our working yarn. So we're going to, the way I do this is I turn my hand towards myself so I can see my palm. I bring my index finger down and you can see that there's the yarn is sort of crossed over and there's a little loop here, and I'm going to put my hook in from back to front through that loop and then just pull that yarn tight, and that's added a loop to my hook. I'm going to do that again, and we need to do that 5 times. So that was 1. So hand towards you, index finger down to create that loop, hook in from back to front and pull that yarn tight. Once more, palm towards you, index finger down, hook from back to front and then pull the yarn tight. That's 3. And that's 4. And that's 5. So 5 loops on our hook. And to complete our dot stitch, the next thing we need to do is insert your hook into the next stitch in your work and pull up a loop. And then we need to yarn over and pull through all of those loops, like so, and that completes our dot stitch. And if we just have a little look on the back, there it is. And the next thing are a few more yarn over slip stitches. So I'm just going to do those quickly now so you can see the dot stitch properly. So it looks much nicer when we do that. So that's 3 and that's 4 and that is 5. So if I just turn our work around here, and there is our adorable little bobble stitch that sits so nicely in our row of yarn over slip stitches. Now I'm just going to run through that once more because we now need another dot stitch. We've done 5 yarn over slip stitches. So remember what we said, we need to end up with 6 total loops on our hook. So we need to cast on 5. Now that means that you can do this any way you like, as long as you get the loops on your hook. But the way I like to do it is I turn my palm towards me, put my index finger down, create that loop, and then insert my hook from back to front and pull the yarn tight. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that means we should have a total of 6 loops on our hook. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. And then we insert our hook into the next stitch along our work and pull up a loop. And then we yarn over and pull through all of those loops on our hook. And if we turn that round, then you'll be able to see the next dot in your pattern, and they just sit so nicely and they're really, really pretty. Okay, I'm just going to complete another one so you can see it in action. And so we need to do 5 yarn over slip stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Just get a bit more yarn, and then we cast on 5 loops. So we do hand towards me, finger down, loop onto the hook, 3, 4 and 5, and that's a total of 6 loops on our hook. And then we insert our hook into the very next stitch in our work and pull up a loop, and then we yarn over and pull through all of the loops on our hook. Okay, and there we go, that's the dot stitch. Really hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you're interested in the Bletchley Scarf pattern and making one for yourself, then the link is in the description box below. And if not, then maybe you can design a project all of your own using the dot stitch. Okay, and if you like the video, please subscribe to stay up to date with all my new videos. Bye bye.